How you doing, everybody? It's Jonathan the Game. I'm back with more of this. Part of me thought I'd probably do at least one more part. Just due to the fact that I kind of stopped before the game starts to get really interesting. So anyway, let's continue, shall we? I was still shaken up by the events I just witnessed when I arrived at my apartment. Not knowing anything better to do, I soon fell into a deep slumber. I don't remember if I read that last time or not. Oh, that anyway. Oh, I guess I didn't. The next day, I awoke with many questions lingering. Lingering in my head. I considered calling someone from the police department to ask about Reza and Maverick. But in the end, I decided against doing so, as I was sure they would contact me if he had anything to tell me. I knew there was no use worrying about it for now, so I settled for studying another book. It didn't take very long, though, before the doorbell rang. Oh, hello. Did Bryce, the chief of police, take it upon himself to escort me today? Oh, it's you again. Are you surprised? A little. No, but I guess I'll mean bad news. Oh, even better. Afraid so. How are you holding up? I also don't remember the voice again. Better than yesterday, that's for sure. Let's go for a walk, then, shall we? Sure. Okay. This time I was taking along a different route than yesterday, and I was quite sure there was more than this than just taking a walk. I'll just go ahead and guess you didn't find Reza. Yeah, we hope he would have come back on his own by now. Do you have any idea where he might be? Maybe he mentioned some sort of place in particular that holds some meaning to him? No, not really. We didn't get a chance to talk much at all yesterday before. There's that too. I have no idea why Reza would have done anything like that. I had the impression that they weren't very fond of each other, but this... How is he, by the way? Oh, Maverick is doing fine, but there's plenty of blame to go around. You're right, they didn't particularly like each other. Excuse me. In a statement, Maverick says he suspected Reza of planning some sort of attack. Do you know anything about that? No, he only told me something was going to happen, not that he was planning anything. At least that was the impression I got. He's suspecting you too, by the way. That you both planned this all from the beginning. No, that wouldn't make sense. Actually, none of this is making sense. Why would we go through all the length of all the agreement only to jeopardize it by doing something like this? You even already have our PDAs, and we don't have much to show for it yet. If we had any nefarious plans, this wouldn't have been a very good idea. Alright. You have a good point, I believe you. But from our side, we only have Maverick's word on the whole matter. After all, he was the one who spent most of the time with Reza since he arrived here. But even then, he didn't really have any reason to follow you yesterday, and his behavior was completely out of line. I'm just glad you came out fine. If he wasn't on mandatory sick leave, he would be suspended right now. We'll have to wait until this whole thing is over before we decide what to do with him. I assure you, this won't be taken lightly. Well, I'm not gonna say this. And I don't think this doesn't seem right either. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. We still got quite a lot on our hands now, though. We would have a wounded dragon and a missing human. This could lead to a diplomatic crisis. Maybe Reza will still show up soon and we can get all this behind us. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed right now, I don't know why. I took something to hopefully help with that. But it doesn't seem to be working. I hope so too. I really wouldn't want to jeopardize everything over this unfortunate incident. Yeah, how about we both just keep quiet about this whole thing for now? After all, I don't think any of us wants our people panicking about this already, right? I merely nodded in agreement. So things have not been going well for this supposedly supposed to be peaceful deal going on. Eventually, we arrived at the police station where the chief took my formal statement in regards to yesterday's events. He asked me about Reza and Maverick too, not that I know much. Sorry, I'm not feeling all that great. But I don't really have another good time to record this. Not that I knew much or anything that preceded yesterday's events or the mysterious catastrophe Reza had mentioned. Afterwards, he thanked me and left to file my statement while I sat at his table, waiting and listening to the going on to the small provincial town police department. When he returned, he was approached by someone who seemed to have urgent news. A lot of talking between the two ensured that I couldn't make out from my position. This went on for a bit until Bryce returned to me. Afraid I have more bad news for you. Reza has now officially become a murder suspect. Whoa. Murder? We're headed to the crime scene and hope you come with us. Me? A crime scene? I don't really know much about forensics. It's just that you're the only link to Reza we have. Consider what he said would happen to us. It's in all our interests that we find him as soon as possible. And if he has anything to do with it, you might be able to help us find him. Your cooperation would certainly be appreciated. It would be a nice gesture to show us that you're trustworthy in the eyes of those who might think otherwise after what happened yesterday. Will you help us? I mean, to be fair, with what happened yesterday, there are definitely a lot of people who probably don't trust us. And, I mean, if I can be any help, we probably should be. I suppose I don't really have much choice here, but you're right. We've got to find Reza, and if that's what it takes, then I'll do it. Very well, let's go then. Excuse me. We get all serious and I just cough. God. On our way to the crime scene, he tried to prepare me for what would come. I had studied biology, so I was familiar with the science of dead animals. Asking myself how similar this would be, I wondered if my reaction would be any different if it wasn't a dragon, but a human corpse I would be seeing. When we arrived, we were met by Sebastian, who gave us an overview of the whole situation. This morning, the victim was found by a delivery... oh god. By a delivery fire from a restaurant. Blood loss from multiple wounds are a likely cause of death. Forensics was already here, so feel free to poke around. A few paces in front of us, the unfortunate victim lay on the ground, covered by the sheet that concealed the body, but not a large red stain beneath. We approached while Sebastian without the detail any curious onlookers. I know it won't be pretty, and I'm sorry for putting you through this, but you know what's at stake here. Just remember what I told you, you should be fine. Alright. Are you ready? Probably not. I guess so. What do you think? Well, he's definitely dead. Yeah, rest in peace. Let's just say this will be the test, and tell me what you can do from what you see. Give you your best shot. Investigation start! 2 wings, 2 legs, and just like the waitress in the cafe, about as big as a human lengthwise, if not slightly taller. The wingspan would certainly look impressive at that size. The ruins are kinda hard to miss. True, but what are they telling you? The perpetrator was usually a large, small person. He was already there when he got these ruins. It was okay, well, I don't think these don't tell me anything. That they were effective of a sharp implement. That's kind of the only thing. They are clean cuts from like a knife or another sharp instrument. That is true, but why does it matter? I mean, it doesn't tell me it was a suicide. It doesn't necessarily mean it committed someone only with hands. We don't know if this is true or not. That doesn't definitely help us either. So it actually doesn't. Oh, apparently that wasn't the... Well, we know Reza had a weapon on him, but we know he only had a gun. He didn't have any knife on him. Reza had a gun yesterday. Why would he use a knife now? Right, that weapon he was using on Mather is called a gun, right? Yeah. What strange contraptions. Well, he could have had a reason to use a knife with his gun if it was him. Can you think of any? I don't know why this keeps coming up. He wanted because it was him. It makes him look cooler. I mean, I guess that's possible, but it's also possible he didn't want to make any noise. If this was Reza. He didn't want to make any noise. After all, he ran away from Mathek trying to hide from the police. Something as loud as a gunshot would easily give it away his position and alert others to the area. Oops. I don't think that I put up that recording, but I accidentally clicked on something to say. Right, that'd be a good reason. By the way, which one do you think was the lethal one? Probably the one on his neck. I think it was the one on his neck. That's right, if all the blood wasn't a giveaway. This is a stab wound, characterized by the other small footprints. Characterized by rather small footprints? What small footprints? But you can tell it's also the deepest one. And from the location, it's pretty obvious it must have done tremendous damage. What else do you see? A lot of blood. Yeah, there's a lot of blood. But as I suggest, I think he has... He was hemophiliac, which I don't remember what it is. I don't think it means he has AIDS. He died here. He died here, so we have a trail he would follow. As far as also suggested this pretty thought. That's true. Unfortunately, it doesn't help with determining who the perpetrator is. Objection! Excuse me? Sorry, I just always wanted to say that. Go on, please. Trying to get a phoenix right here. What about the blood on his muzzle? You tell me. He is a vampire! I don't know why they keep giving us all these joke answers. He probably thought back. It might be the perpetrator's blood. Yes, that is true. I expect forensics already took a sample of it, so I might actually help determine who the perpetrator is. And I think that's about everything. Investigation over. For someone who says you haven't done this kind of thing before, that wasn't actually too bad. I know some recruits who did a lot worse during the first time for sure. Hey Chief, do you still need the witness here for anything? Excuse me. Sebastian put on a dragon who had discovered the body earlier. I recognized her as Adine, the waitress from the cafe. She seemed distraught, which, given the situation, wasn't very surprising. I don't think so. Take her to the department and get her statement written up. I'm so sorry, I'm coughing. Get her statement written up, and that should be it. Sure thing. Alright, miss, we're gonna have to take you to the department. Of course. When she spotted me, however, her composure brightened visibly. Oh, it's a human. I always seem to be just so rude to her. Well, I am a human. That seems the nicest answer. Well, I call you by your name and you never actually told me it. It's Jonathan. What are you even doing here? Do you work for our police now? Looks like it. Maybe I should call your office then. I don't think I'm quite there yet. By the way, I didn't know you also did deliveries. I do a little bit of everything, really. That's nice. I liked my, fish yesterday. You don't have to hide it. I know it's quite an acquired taste. To be fair, I wouldn't have recommended it to someone like you, but you could always try something different. Here's another. If you don't want to come in and we'll deliver anything we have to you. Thanks. Oh, Sebastian's getting impatient. So I guess we should get going. Bye. What do we do now? I suppose we'll head off too, unless... Oh no. What is it? Oh. We got a violent homicide... and of course nobody from the department tells me. I had to find out from a neighbor who wanted me to ask about it. Good thing we were travel fast, eh? Are you Canadian? Of course nobody told you. You're on sick leave. Mandatory sick leave, I might add. Oh god, the voices are so similar. I'm not here on any official capacity. Oh god. You see, I'm merely enjoying a curative walk in the fresh air and happen to come across you by accident. I'm sure. What do you want? I don't want anything. It's interesting that no one tells me about this, but the prime suspect's buddy can mess with the investigation. I see how it is. I know what you're thinking, but don't jump to conclusions here. That thing I took for my stuff up nose did not help at all. I don't need to jump to conclusions. I think the dead body we found says it all. You really have an attitude problem. You know that if you went on sick leave, you'd be suspended right now for attacking Jonathan yesterday. Do you have any idea what kind of repercussions it could have as an all? Me attack Jonathan. As far as I can see, I'm the only one who's injured here. Besides, I'm so sorry for apparently being the only one who's doing his damn job. Right, let's just all sit idly by while the suspect's on the loose and plotting his next move. You know, whatever it was Reza was talking about, he was going to tell me just before you showed up yesterday. I don't need to hear you, of all people, belittling me about this. What's your problem? If anything, I want to find him just as much as you do. Don't compare yourself to me. Your words mean nothing. Enough. You shouldn't even be here. So you better go now and get some rest before I have to take disciplinary action. Like, Agnes seems to be giving kind of a dick in this game. Fine, but when we find him, you see, I was right. If I have to prove it to myself, so be it. Can he even just do his own investigation like that? Well, as long as he doesn't interfere with us, we can't really stop him from doing things on his own free time. I see. I suspect he won't adhere to the standards of performing an unbiased investigation, though. He has already made up his mind. It's clear to me he won't be looking for facts, just for evidence to support his own view in order to prove it to us or himself, who knows. He's always... I'm sorry. This entire video should be me coughing. He's always been like that. Always something to prove. We'll have to be careful. He'll be looking for Reza soon enough. He does. Let's know if we find him. Yeah. Don't worry, Reza will return up eventually. I surely hope so. All things considered, I had to admit that it remained a possibility that Maverick was right. But could the Reza I knew really be a murderer? You know what? If you think of something that might help with the investigation, or if you need anything, just call me. I will. Well then, I think we're done. Let's go. Wait, are we playing? By sending me back to the apartment, I guess there wasn't much more to do in the meantime. As I was spared the more arduous parts of the investigation, Maybe I should have been glad about this. Now I had an afternoon to fill. What should I do? And this is where we start deciding on who we go for. Let's see. Originally, I was... I don't know if I should end this here or not. We're getting like around 20 minutes. Originally I was planning so if you guys want this, I would let you guys decide. But I think what I'll do is because I have done only one round this game. I'll do that without I did. I think that's what I'll do. So in this video we solved the mystery, and now we're gonna go on a date. That's just how my life works. So the dragon we are gonna be going for Heavy Rice. Once again, I found myself within the police department, which seemed oddly quiet for this time of day. I mean, we were just here, weren't we? Sorry. It didn't take me long to spot Bryce in his office. Hey Jonathan, what's up? Nothing much, but you told me to contact you if I can remember anything that might help with the investigation. That's right, what do you have for me? I'm not sure if it's worth mentioning, but I have known Reza for a couple of years, so I know some things about his personality. I see. Well, that's actually more helpful than you might think. Mannerisms, habits, all kinds of things would be useful to add for his profile and to get a better idea of him. You know, I'm just about done here for today, but if you want to discuss this over a beer or something, I'd be more than happy. Well, I mean, if this was actually me, I would say this. But because this is him, I'm going to say, just one, I'll take 3. We'll see about that. Alright, let's go. Here we are. He's not wearing his badge anymore. Not too shabby, I have to admit. And just for timing for happy hour. What? Do you come here often? Sometimes. Oh, hello. Hi, Yoto, what can I bring you? Just usual. Actually, knowing his character, I don't think that would be a good voice for him. One generic beer for the chief of police? Sure thing. How about you, Jonathan? And how do you know my name? I would say that, but at the same time, when you think about it, there's 2 humans in this place. I'm pretty sure most people would probably know our names. Noted, I'll be right back. It wasn't long before the waiter returned with a drinking bowl as wide as it was tall, filled to the brim with foam-topped dark amber liquid. Carefully, he set it down in front of Bryce, who didn't hesitate to take a big gulp. He brought one for me as well, provided in a glass that seemed more appropriate for my kind. There you go, just call me if you need anything. Of course. So what is it that you want to tell me about Reza? There are a few things. I mean, they're probably not much, but anything might help, right? That's right. Anything unusual about him, anything that defines his character or stands out about him could help us. How about you tell me what you know about him? I'm so sorry. Well, the earliest memory I have of him was when we were both went to the same school. We only shared a few classes though, and a couple of friends. Overall, I would say he was an above average student. We didn't talk very often, but he always was very outspoken and never failed to speak up to make his opinions known. Sorry. He was the kind of person I'd fully expect to become a politician one day, or at least an activist of some sort. That's the impression I got from him. He spoke a lot, but you could always expect him to act on his words. Of course, his nature caused him to clash with others, sometimes even including the school staff. Though his genuine enthusiasm also garnered praise from them. He was quite a character. After we all graduated, I didn't hear anything about him for a long time. Only some years later, after we found the portal, was I surprised to find out he was the human who would be sent to your world. He had volunteered. It wasn't until I was already here that I actually met him again, whoever brief our interactions were. But then I already told you everything about what happened prior to the eventful scuffle with Maverick. There's only one thing that stands out to me about those events. In the restaurant, when he told me about the letter, he mentioned I would know how to read its secret message. So I'm so sorry about this. I know he values the use of his own intellect, but when I received the letter later, he apparently fully expected me to remember a random chemistry class we had together years ago in order to see the message. I see, so you did not arrange it beforehand? Not at all, I had no idea. That is quite peculiar. I know. I still wonder what he would have told me if Maverick had interfered when we met at the portal. We'd do as well, and you can believe that. How was Maverick even allowed to intercept his letter and read it? Yep. He could have easily done so since he was in charge of and everything, but he totally should have. I mean, we wouldn't do anything in a sort of view. Everything he has done in regard to as his poor show of character. I suppose so. In any case, thanks for telling me all this. You never know when this kind of information could be really useful. No problem. Just when I thought an awkward silence might set in, Bryce spotted the waiter and didn't hesitate to speak up. Hey waiter, bring me another. I had noticed by while I was talking, Bryce has been busy sipping on his own drink. The empty bowl before him was proof of his proficiency, while I had barely touched my own drink. Here you go. His voice got changed a lot. Bryce was... Oh. Sorry, there's a thing where if you scroll back on the mouse, it will go back the thing, and I keep actually doing that. Let's look up. You know what? Why don't we have ourselves a drinking contest? You know what I'm in? Why the hell not? That's what I like to hear. Considering you don't even have cars, at least I wouldn't have to worry about drinking and driving. Did they even need cars? The rules are simple. We both get around when we wait for a few moments until the next one of the effects until the next one so the effects can kick in. Whoever gets up first loses. That sounds easy enough. Sure, just wait until you have a swing of the wheel stuff and we'll see how easy it is for you. Alright, let's do this. He made a show looking me in the eyes while he lowered his muzzle into the bow. The bow? The bowl. Before he started guzzling his drink noisily. It was gone in seconds. Certainly this was going to be tough. My confidence faltered, but there was no turning back now. How did I think I could win a drinking contest against a freaking dragon? You know. You never know until you try. Nevertheless, I grasped the drink, putting it on the best show I could while I tried to recreate Bryce's feat. After the first sip, however, I realized it was very different from any other beer I had tried before. Yet I persevered through the tense taste until the glass was empty. I probably wasn't in the presence of Bryce had been just moments earlier, but I couldn't afford to show any weakness. My plan was to cut short, though as I set down the glass an unusually strong aftertaste hit me, causing me to make a face. How'd you like it? Oh, this is some really strong stuff. I told you. You better know beforehand how much you can take, or else I'll hit you harder later on. Want to give up already? Heck no. As you wish. So when's the next round starting? Soon enough. Do you feel it? Do you feel the buzz kicking in already? Don't lie to me. I can see in your face. And as I'm blushing, I see another alcohol. I'm not buzzed. Oh, right. Is that so? Anyways, how do you like it here so far? I mean, compared to where it is that you came from. You know what? Yeah, I'm having a drinking contest with a dragon. How can I not love this? Let's see how much you like it when I drag you under the table. Oh. Ready to bring us another round. Coming right up. Here you go. Having ourselves a little contest, are we? You know how it goes. That I do. Be careful, Jonathan. He's a pro. Oh, well that makes me... What? I've seen this dragon before, but I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Did I hear something about a contest? Maybe. Up to your shenanigans, I see. Now don't spoil the fun. I don't go around telling people about what you're up to either. Point taken. Enjoy. I don't even know who that is. Of course he wouldn't have challenged me if he wasn't confident he would win. Guess I have to just try my best. I went first last time, so it's your turn now. As I put the glass to my lips and started swallowing the dark amber liquid, I was struck by how much more difficult this round was compared to the first. One thing that always surprised me about seasoned drinkers was the sheer amount of liquid you could ingest without issue. Keeping it down, however, was a much different question. But this contest wasn't about keeping it down. There, your turn. Did I see you struggling there for a second? That's my tactic. Roaring laughter erupted from the dragon as his paws struck the table, rattling the containers resting on it. Keep it up, kid, or you'll still stand a chance you can make me die of laughter. As for my turn, let me demonstrate. Once again, he consumed his drink through his swig, were noticeably slower than before. His resolve was also fading, though not as fast as mine had. As he clearly held the advantage, was there any way I could still turn this around? Yeah. Then let me ask you a question. I know you wanted to tell me about all the stuff about Reza. Was that the only reason you wanted to meet with me? Maybe. Having a little fun in the hood, right? Thought so. I won't disagree with that. Wait the next round. Coming. There you go. Thanks. How are you holding up? Just fine. Thanks for asking. If you say so, good luck. Was it your turn or was it mine? It's yours. It's yours. Alright. But now it was obvious that Bryce was faltering, though he was still faring much better than I was. He even had to take a break in the middle of his beer, unable to down in one go. Now it's yours. He was a lot heavier than me, and even though his bowls held far more liquid than my glasses, how did I think I'd stand a chance against him? When I picked up my glass, I didn't have feeling in my fingers anymore. I think you might want to get that checked out. I had to pause a few times, but in the end I made it, though I wasn't sure how much more I could take. So what do we do now? Wait for you to throw up so I win? You wish. I can see you're close. Just a question of time now, Sonny. Oh god. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead. Why are you brown? What? The thing is, I actually know what you want to say here. Why are you so damn attractive? I just am. Got nothing more to say about that. Wait a next round. There you are. Really? I don't think I've ever seen that one before. The dragon looked at me, seemingly unable to focus. I could see he was hitting his limit, but so was I. Maybe if I just had a little longer. Whose turn is it even? Whose turn is it? You want to take mine. Good. At this point I had difficulties picking up my glass. I was about to give up, but I wasn't sure if I had on just one more round to be over. I could still win this. I had to wait a few moments until each sip in order to continue, but I did not give up until eventually the glass was empty. You don't move, Chief. For the first time, I could see something in his eyes other than his always present confidence. Was it disbelief or insecurity? I guess my feet caught him off guard, as he seemed genuinely impressed. If nothing else, this showed me that even his own conviction was cracking now. I could totally witness. You're cute. I like you. I really do. But sure as heck is not going to let you win. Oh. I feel like this is going well so far after taking some. He was struggling. It became more and more obvious that he tried to swallow the liquid in his bowl, bit by bit. He stopped at one point, panting heavily. I considered taking a cheap shot at him, but as he refrained from doing so during my turn, I wasn't going to start now. Damn. I was getting tired. I could hear Bryce's voice, but I could not make out the visual words anymore. I decided to rest my eyes just for a little bit. Well, I'm dead. Hey, are you okay? You fell down and you look kind of messed up. Yeah. Good to hear that. Ready for another round, or do you give up? I know when I've had enough, and it's no. Well done, kiddo. Didn't think you had it in you. You know, it was fun watching you and all, but you've both had enough for this evening. I think you better leave now, after you come out from the table, that is. Alright, I'll be going then. Wait a minute. What is it? Maybe you should go with him. Just to make sure he gets home safely and doesn't do anything stupid, you know. It's kind of an unspoken rule here that whoever is his drinking buddy does so. When I looked over to him, I discovered that Bryce had passed out for the moment. This could prove difficult. If I have to, you'll be doing yourself a favor too. What? What does that mean? Come on, let's get you home. He is still unconscious. That's one on his face. This should do the trick. What? Is that you, Jonathan? Where am I? Still in the bar. Come on, let's get you home. Actually, you can also slap him there, but you just don't want to pepper him. That will get him pissed off. I awoke looking at unfamiliar ceiling. For a moment, I wondered where I was before the events of last night came back to me. As I got up, I looked around and realized that I apparently slept on the floor. Where am I? This is my apartment. Guess I must have passed out right after I got Bryce home. Hey, Bryce. You're salivating. Good morning, sunshine. The dragon moved and had a groan before he opened his eyes. Damn, my head. Why are you even here? I guess I must have passed out after I escorted you home. Oh right, after our little game. Do you remember who won? I don't even know. But you stood your ground, I don't expect that. You didn't do anything funny while I was out, did you? No, I don't. Considering I apparently passed out the second I got here. The dragon rose from the couch with a nice morning stretch, rubbed his eyes, and then hit his head high as it out of a grin and a big yawn. You know what? I'm sorry. The whole contest thing was a stupid idea and I shouldn't have suggested it, especially not to you. Well, it's not like you forced me to participate, so I suppose I share some of the blame. Let's just pretend the whole thing never happened. Deal. Maybe I'll invite you over sometime and show you how it is more than the chief of police and getting drunk and passing out. But how are we going to find out who won if we are going to have a rematch? I'm sure we'll think of something else I can measure our endurance. Oh, right. It's nice. And apparently it doesn't take up the whole day, but even though we kind of spent the night at his place. But I'm gonna be ending this off here. Like I said, if you guys want to continue this, want to see more, I will keep going. Just let me know down below, and I will see you guys next time. If this is something you guys want to keep seeing. See ya.